Good morning students. Welcome to you all 12th standard commerce. In this video we are going to discuss unit 7 business environment, chapter 20 liberalization, privatization and globalization. What do you mean by liberalization? That means it refers to laws or rules being liberalized or relaxed by government. It is called liberalization. Once more, so liberalization means it refers to the laws or rules being liberalized or relaxed by government. It is called liberalization. Privatization means it is the process of transferring ownership of a business enterprise from the government to the private sector. That is called privatization. And globalization means removal of business between national economies to encourage the flow of goods and services, capital and labor. That is called globalization. Today we are going to discuss what is the meaning of globalization, forms of globalization. So what are the points? Liberalization for industrial licensing, freedom for expansion and production to industries, increasing the investment limit of the small industries. Fourth point, foreign exchange reforms. Fifth point, liberalization of export and import transactions. So introduction. During 1991, India approached the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development (IBRD), popularly known as World Bank and International Monetary Fund (IMF), and received 7 million as loan to repay the external borrowings. So these international agencies expected India to liberalize and open up economy by removing restriction on private sector and remove trade restriction between the India and the other countries. Okay, so what happened? The international agencies accept from India to liberalize, to open up the economy by removing the restriction from private sector and remove the trade restriction from the between India and the other country. So they forced and compelled India to do this. So the India agreed to set up. India agreed to condition of World Bank and IMF and announced a new economic policy NEP, which consists of wide range of economic reforms. So this new set of economic reforms is commonly known as LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization model. Definitions of new economic policy. So there are the three definitions of new economic policy. They are explained below: liberalization, privatization, globalization. The base of new economic policy in various countries of the world is Tunkel Draft, which was all about the general agreements on trade and tariff. So Mr. Arthur Tunkel, 1932 to 2005, submitted a 22,000 page document for the World Trade Organization and followed by many nations to adopt their respective new economic policies. So India is one among such nations to commit itself to the new economic policy in 1991. So definition of new economic policy, India also is one among such nations is committed in the new economic policy in 1991. Okay, so let's read the meaning of liberalization. So liberalization refers to a laws or rules being liberalized or relaxed by a government. So liberalization means refer to laws or rules being liberalized or relaxed by the government. So liberalization means relaxation of various government restrictions in the areas of social and economic policies in order to make economics free to enter in the market and establish their venture in the country. So liberalizing trade policy by the government includes removal of tariff, subsidies and other restrictions on the flow of goods and services between countries. So liberalization is the result of new industrial policy which abolished the license system or license Raj. Okay, so before coming up with liberalization, the set of rules and system, license system or license Raj. Okay, so next we are going to discuss forms of liberalization. The government of India has adopted several measures of liberalization. Some of these measures are as under first one, liberalization for industrial licensing. Liberalization for industrial licensing. That means in India it was mandatory to obtain the license before liberalization for setting up certain industries. So after liberalization, all industries except 6 specific industries were liberalized, free from the obtaining license. Okay, so after the new economic policy, after the liberalization, all industry except 6 extended industries were only liberalized, free from the obtaining license. They need not take any license from the government. So they are very free to set up the industries anywhere. What are those industries is exempted? That means the 6 non-liberalized industries are drugs and pharmaceuticals, hazardous chemicals, explosives, tobacco products, alcoholic drinks and electronic, aerospace and defense equipment. So currently only 5 industries are under compulsory licensing. Drugs and pharmaceuticals industry has been liberalized. So they are without license they can start the industries. So that means liberalization for industry in licensing. Okay. So second point, freedom for expansion and production to industries. So what is meaning of freedom for expansion and production to industries? So earlier government used to fix the maximum limit of production capacity. So now the industries are free to decide their production limits by their own on the basis of the requirement of the markets. So before government we used to fix the maximum limit of production capacity. So that is any industries they have to product certain limit amount of product. So as mentioned to the government. But now after introduction, okay, so introduction of liberalization, free to decide the industrial production limit for their own. On the basis of requirement of the markets. So based on the consumers, based on the product demand for the product, they can produce the goods without any limitation. Okay, so based on the consumers needs, based on the demand for the product, they can produce the goods without any limitation. Okay, so next point, increase in the investment limit of the small industries. So investment limit of the small scale industries has been raised to rupees 1 crore. So these companies can upgrade their machinery and improve their efficiency. Okay. Next point, foreign exchange reforms. So the first important reform in the external sector was made in the foreign exchange market in 1991 as an immediate measure to resolve the balance of payment crises and rupee was devalued against the foreign currencies. So this lead to an increase in flow of foreign exchange. So since we are following the liberalization policy, many of the foreign countries coming forward to come and invest in India. So tie up with the India, setting the many countries. Okay. So next one, liberalization of export and import transaction. By simplifying the procedure to imports and exports, the government wanted to permit the international flow of goods and services, capital, human resources and technology without many restrictions. So since we are the following liberalization policy, many of the foreign countries tie up with the India, setting many industries in India. Okay, so these are the points form of liberalization. Next, advantages of liberalization. So what are the points? First one, increase in foreign investment. So if a country liberalizes the trade, it will make a country more attractive for inward investment. So inward investment leads to capital inflows but also helps the economy through the diffusion of more technology, management, techniques and knowledge. So many countries and many industries come forward and investment in India. Okay, so next one, increase the foreign exchange reserve. Okay, so relaxation in the regulation of covering foreign investment and foreign exchange has paved way for easy access to the foreign capital. So very easily the foreign capital enter in the India. And next one, increase in consumption. Liberalization increase the number of goods available for consumption with the country due to increase in the production. So countries need not to go for the importing for other countries. Okay, so next one, control over price. The removal of tariff barriers can lead a lower price for consumer. So this would be particularly a benefit for countries who are importers. Okay, so next one, reduction in external borrowings. Liberalization reduces the dependence on external commercial borrowings by attracting more foreign investment. Okay, so these are the advantages of liberalization: increase in foreign investment, increase in foreign exchange reserve, increase in consumption, control over price, reduction in the external borrowings.